Hi, this is Craig with Authentic Battle Damage, and today we're going to make a couple changes to our classes to prepare them for entry into the world of Unity. The first thing I want to do is take our model and our view and let's create some interfaces for them. So to do this, we can select our main model here and then go to the wrench and do extract interface. And we'll use all of these. And we're going to call it model. I learned from Uncle Bob Martin that a lot of people, they like to call it like I model or something. But I am convinced from Robert Martin when he says that there's really no reason for doing that. Hungarian notation time is over. It is now time of the orcs. Wait, I don't think he said, wait, I think he meant it's time to get rid of it. So let's do it. Go ahead and create this. There. And then what we can do is make sure our model is using the model interface. That's another thing that Bob Martin said is he said, we have IDEs that tell us if it's an interface or not. So I like that. And it feels good. And then here we can use the model. And what this does is it reinforces this idea that we're using an interface. And the reason using an interface is good is because you're committing to the methods that your classes can use. So that's a really, really good thing because once your system is designed and your first version is out, you'll want to, be able to make changes to it in the future that are going to be easy and effortless and not wrought with, bugs and issues. So let's go ahead and do this with the view as well. Going to go extract interface, and we're going to call this view. Great. And then we're using it here, and then here we can just go view. Now, in the view, you might have seen that I've got this new method that we didn't talk about, and this bool called test view, main view. And what I'm doing here is I actually added my first test using NUnit. So we can look at what I'm doing here. I have a test folder. And I also created a test main view wrapper. And what this does is this wraps my main view and it allows me to create, say, some test data and then to be able to send that in rather than having to try and get input. And then here's my test. So to do this, I'm using the NUnit framework. And then I create a text fixture over a TicTac test. And then I have this method which has the test above it. And this is going to be what we're going to test for. This would be the output. And then using my string writer, I will then set my view to test view for true so that I'll make sure that it uses my test wrapper right here. So if test view is true, it's going to use my test wrapper. And then let's go in here. Wait, where was I? Where am I? Okay, that's right. TicTac test. And then I set the console. I set out to my string writer. That way I'll grab the output text. And then I run my TicTacTutorial main class main So this is more kind of like what I would say is like an integration test, because it's testing the whole thing. So you'll see what it'll do is it'll print out, X will go there, O will go there, and then X, and then eventually X will win. And then if I go into my view test, I'll get these tests right here, and I can actually run it, and it passes. So if I change this output just a little bit, like if I got rid of this explanation point, and then I ran it again, you'll see it fails. And then it tells me exactly where it fails. It says, everything was the same except we were expecting this, but we got an explanation point here. So I could create as many tests as I want, testing all aspects of my program. And I wanted to set this up and get it working. But we're not going to dive into this deep in this one. I just wanted to show it off. So that's it for this. And in the next one, we're going to move our code over, because now that we are using our view, we will be able to replace this and have, so rather than having a main view, in fact, I think this should actually have a better name. This should be called console view, not main view, because then Unity is going to be our view. So until next time, talk to you guys later.